Seniac, you guys are asking for blimps? Are you serious? It's a long distance to travel. Me, you flew those things all the way from the original oil town to the USA. Thanks for entertaining us plebs with your grand mastery of city skylines. He forgot to reset the water level again. Thanks, Seniac. After smashing that like button, I need a new PC now. Unless we can aim a little bit of huge wave approaching the city. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fool's Kingdom here in City Skylines. And today is the day we implement something I never thought we'd ever implement in this region. And that is blimps. I asked you guys last episode if you want to see some. There were so many comments, guys. So many comments right now that I can't ignore it. It's what the people want, Seniac. You gotta give them what the people want. And that is huge balloons of hot air with baskets of... No, that's a hot air balloon. This is a blimp. This is different, Seniac. Get a grip. Guys, welcome back to another episode of the Fool's Kingdom here in City Skylines. If you are enjoying the series, then make sure you do smash that like button down below. If you are new in here, then make sure you do subscribe so you are notified when the next episode does come out. But we're pretty much back. We're ready to rock and roll because we have been working on recently the beautiful kingdom which is now known as Woodville. Last episode we added in a double airported system which goods are coming out left, right and centre with the airport over here. We had the passenger airport set up over here right now, which doesn't look like there's many people using it, but they come in their droves. I'm waiting for the next plane to land. Is that just coming? Where are you going to? You're going to airport over here. There, and it's got 200 people on board. Damn. But we need another form of public transport to get people to and from. That plane's coming in so hot and heavy right now. Damn, plane, you gonna be able to make that turn? Of course it is, mate. It's a natural pilot. It's a natural pilot right now. Gonna make the world's greatest landing. Would you look at that? It even manages to go through all the trees. Genius! Absolute genius. That plane's now leaving with one passenger on board. Not good. So we got to think about then where we want these blimps to go. Now, the natural progression for Woodville, what would be feasible is Woodville to Oil Town. Amazing. We don't really have a kind of connection that goes from there to there. Really, when you think about it, because the airport goes directly over to Fool's Kingdom. And another natural one will be to the South Fool. I think this will kind of really benefit from like a closer public transport, which means I could potentially set up a transport link going through these three kingdoms up to here, which is quite different from... I've never really actually thought about doing transport links from kingdom to kingdom like that. I'm always directing all the passenger traffic to the Fool's Kingdom. So this is pretty interesting. Now, when it comes to using the blimps, which comes under here, we have a blimp depot. Then we have a... Where is it? A blimp stop. Now, the blimp stop itself is... It's fairly large. It's fairly large. I think I'll put it just here. In Woodville right now. And then in Oil Town, let me kind of take a quick look. All the oh my god, there's so many planes flying around right now. How are they able to juggle all of this? Holy moly. I think we got to get this more in the downtown-y area. So I'm thinking, I mean, I could potentially incorporate it around here. Maybe just here, opposite the fish market and the hospital and the fire station. How big is it? I could just kind of squeeze it in just there. So by putting it there, hopefully everyone walks through the park to get to it, thus creating more ticket sales to the park, which hopefully is going to be really good. And then we'll build one in South Fool as well. This is the high-tech nation that would really utilize from something like this. And I'm going to put it, if I can, here. Now, I like it because it's just off the cliff edge into the sea, so it doesn't impede the flight path. There we go. Look at that. I know someone's going to comment this right now. Seniac got rid of the trees for the blimp path, but he couldn't get rid of the trees for the airport in Woodville. Yes, I know. I know. We'll get to it at some point. So I'm going to set up the blimp flight path right now, which we'll bring it up to here, and then we'll start the bend. So I want it to kind of look pretty cool. Now I'm thinking, where's the snap? The snap is there. I'm thinking to kind of make it follow the road going up here. So it flies over the big sections, so all the little truckers are seeing blimps as they're going past. And then we'll kind of bend it to about here to connect it like that. As simple as that is. I think that would be pretty cool. And then we'll make it this side. So if I also kind of try and bend it to go down the road, so it kind of flies over the main little section. And then we'll go straight as you like. Where's the snap? There. To here. Where we'll then be forced to bend it like this. Very, very, very simple right now. Now, I can't sort a blimp line out just yet until we got the blimp depot down. Which can be one of these. And where do I throw this in? Where do I throw this in, to be honest with you? I mean, I could squeeze it there. It's actually quite a large building, isn't it? Right, what we'll have to do is we're going to have to create like a little bit of a side street that maybe comes off here. Like this. And is it worthwhile for me to squeeze it in there? Yes, it is. And with that, the blimp line will live. Just like that. Nice. Now, has it all got water, all of this? Not the blimp depot. Has it got power is the question. Yep. All good, all good, all good. So, we can set up our little line then, for the first time ever. So, we start here. We'll bring it all the way up to Southfall. We could bring it then all the way back. No, not complete line. Oh, no. Okay, let me cancel that. Right, I just realised what I did. So, start here. To go here. To then go here. To then come back to here to add a stop. That was where my issue was just then. To then bring it directly to here. So there's our first little line. It'll take a while for the blimps now to all fly out. And we don't really know. Look at how many people just came out of the airport. Holy moly, there's a lot of people going back and forth, aren't there? Damn. Now, I don't know how many peeps are going to be using this little blimp line. So I don't really know how many blimps we're going to need. So we'll give it some time to let it do its thing. Now, that is the natural progression of blimps going back and forth. I don't know whether I want to bring them all the way over to the False Kingdom, because as much as it is ridiculous that we're getting blimps crossing these big, vast bodies of water, going all the way over to there seems a little bit crazy to me. It really does. But we'll see. Stranger things have happened, guys. Stranger things have legit happened right now. So as the blimps slowly make their way out, we'll go into a little fast forward mode. Southfall is already starting to get people waiting. And how is Oil Town? They're slowly starting to get people approaching as well, which is really good. So things are slowly going to be happening for us right now. Is there still tons of planes around here? Pretty much. Pretty much. But yeah. How many can they hold? They can hold up to 35 people. So eventually, as time goes on, there'll be more and more staggered. There goes our first one going across the water over here. We haven't got one going up just yet, so that is our first one to travel. So the actual gap between these two is good. Could you imagine flying across this? It's like, are we going to make it? I don't know. I don't. Make sure you got a life jacket, okay? Make sure you got a life jacket. But, yeah, we'll give it some time. See how many people are on that line. Then we'll adjust how many blimps we actually need as time goes on. Now, something else I want to do, and then we haven't done for quite some time, is I originally wanted to get the cargo airport up here for Oretown. Now, I feel like I've really neglected Oretown since I built it. So let's show it a little bit of love before I go on to neglect it even further. So if I pick this point here, and then I love the brush size. Right, let me pause. So I want to flatten this top piece out. because I want to build the airport in. So if I flatten it out as much as I can. We'll smooth enough these edges just here. There we go, there we go. And so to build it, I've got to place down a road, haven't I? So cargo airport. So if I placed a road, say, that's going across like this, is that enough to squeeze the airport in? It is. So I'll drop the airport about here. It's a very, very highly elevated airport. That's like both sides of the runway. You better land that plane or you're going straight into the water, which is going to be mental. Right, so with that said, the road goes directly across. We want to be able to hook up this road leading in. Now, back into pause. We'll try and create as gradual of a slope as we can. So let me up that brush size even more. There we go. We're really transforming this area here. So trying to make it more of a gradual incline and slope up. And what type of road is that we've got down? It's not an industrial road, is it? It's not a dedicated turning lane road. Is it this one? No. What road is that? Is it oh, okay, it's the industrial road. Of course it is. I'm so dumb. Right, I don't want to put it right here because that's the entry point there, which will kind of slightly throw us off. So, actually, it doesn't have to be like that, does it? So if I delete all this, and we'll start again. So if I went by 10 by 10, we'll do our little system. I'll actually make it quite large. 10 by 10. So we're actually slightly going downhill as we build this as well. 10 by 10. Straight across. And then this is where we'll hook it up in the center. So if I brought you down to there, delete this back. So it becomes a 14 by 13. We'll take it. It's as good as. Get the water hooked all the way up. Give it some power. We'll do the solar panel car parks. There we go. So that has everything it needs. The only thing it doesn't have right now is the train line running up. But I don't think we need it just yet because of how small this area is. How short distance and how minimalized the traffic is going to be. But that will bring more stuff to Oretown. It also becomes a new airport quite close by to the entry point. So maybe we'll start to see a few peeps using this. Oretown is not really making much money. We are outputting a little bit of metals, but we could do with actually mining more stuff. So very reluctantly, I'll show Oretown a little bit more love. We might as well, right? Right. Okay. So if I industrial road. All right. If I bring a road down by 10, down by 10, right? So I can utilize this area a bit more. So what I do a little section there. What do you mean I can't get it here? Let me pause. Bam. Bam. Right, 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, a lot more now thrown in. The power doesn't connect because I just deleted that little line, but I'll pass it over just here. So that slightly now ups our production a little bit more. Creates a few more jobs in the region, and hopefully we can export a little bit more too. There's already vehicles heading over here too now to kind of like ship the goods out, or fly the goods out. Is that the correct term? No, I still think shipping applies, right? You can ship it by plane. Yeah? Right. Okay. So, blimps are now slowly coming back. We're having our first blimp. Oh no, there's already a blimp over here. Looks like our first blimp over here is now landing. Which, how many people does it collect? So not too many. But there's another one on the way. And how many people are waiting over here? So I think from the get-go, we can already tell we're going to need a few more blimps on the line. So, blimp line. Yeah, we've got so many passengers currently now waiting. So I'm going to actually double the line to 12. 12 blimps on the go. And at that point then, we should always have a blimp landing and taking off at one of the depots. We'll see how that kind of rock and rolls. Interesting. Very interesting. So, with the increase now in the capacity of the mining abilities of Ore Town, we should start to see some changes. Did we ever build any storage? We did, just over here. So, we've got plenty of storage. Ore Town's acquisition has now rapidly increased, but we're not really, you know, making much goods. Not enough raw materials, apparently. Bring that just up to there like that. Some short distances. Get those factories filled, boys. And a plane already heading out right now. So transporting to Naya? Is that how you say it? Transporting to cargo airport all the way over here in Oil Town. Interesting. So they're already trading with other nations. They couldn't wait to get those goods out of there right now. So something that we're going to have to look at some point as well is the unique factories. Side of things. We've got to get, you know, some of this stuff set up. Where is it? Unit factories. More of this stuff set up right now. As we got all now, as we're now pretty much creating a little bit of everything. I mean, we're not really creating over here just yet glass, and neither are we creating any. Oh, wrong button. In Karen's crops, any animal products, but. You get the gist of it. We're almost borderline getting there, so we can start to start placing down unique factories to create like really good industries around these areas. So these blimps are slowly coming in. A lot of people waiting. A lot of people wearing green. Going to Trampoline Park 1. In Oil Town. Nice. Very nice. Go nuts. Donuts. A lot of people are green, aren't they? Why are they so green? Is it because they're tourists? It's not the football... Oh, it's the football stadium. That's what it is. It's all because they're football fans. Of course they are. Of course they are right now. But that's all good, though. Again, slowly coming in. Gonna have loads and loads of people waiting. It's actually quite exciting, isn't it? It really is. So we've got a nice little blimp line down right now. We've given Ore Town a little bit of an expansion in the acquisition. These buildings are now starting to get their ore so they can start producing and selling metals. We have a couple of airplanes now coming in. So that the owner of this has come all the way over from Karen's Crops. Wow, we really have opened them up for a trading. We really have opened them up to trade right now. That's amazing. We have a little bit of commercial growth at the minute. So what can we do to solve this? There's so many planes landing over here too. We've really conquered the air right now, haven't we? I feel like we really have. So with more commercial stuff happenings, well, more tourists coming over to this area, I think we should take a look at maybe building a little bit more commercial. Maybe dropping down the odd commercial building right now around the edge of the park. Just there. It should all have water, yeah. We'll do the same just over here then, because we have now, you know, more people and more tourists coming through this area. So why am I not utilizing this a bit more? More shops around where the tourists are currently coming out of. And the same for over here. We can do some high density because this is a high density area of more commercial. That will spend that demand and hopefully then cause a little bit more growth. So the last of the blimp hold up right now is coming in. And then we've got blimps for days all over the place. We still might even need more than 12. You just never know. You never know. You never know, guys. But it's looking good, though, isn't it? Everyone's all intertwined and connected a lot more, which is really good. I'm happy about it. I think we've created some pretty good little setups, haven't we, really, when it comes down to it. What's the actual, in Oil Town. What's the actual subway line like? We haven't really created it, have we? So do you reckon it's now a moment where we take a look at doing it? I mean, it'd probably kill off our entire bus route. That whole bus route right now kind of feels semi-redundant. But I think we should kind of take a look at that as well. So, Metro. We'll get a stop, I believe, because the ferry line's just there. So if I had a stop just here, which will be bending down to go in that direction, and then I maybe have a stop just here. If I can get it to go on this side. It won't do it because of how that's all positioned. Do you reckon it's a bit too close? I don't think so. Let me, delete that road real quick. Does that connection work like that? No, it needs to go over by one more. There we go. That's better. Actually, I don't know whether to actually put it on the other side here. Yeah, we'll do that instead. So another stop just there. We'll add a stop down here by the casino. So that kind of comes around and bends. I know they're quite close and nearby. Oh, it's quite a slope down here, isn't it? Like I said, I know it's quite close and nearby, but like, you know, someone from over here might not want to walk. I mean, I know they can walk all the way up there, but it just enables them to give that additional option. Now, we'll also add a stop in up here as well for the workers. And then we'll end it just there. So there's a lot of stuff now going in that we need to kind of comprehend, but I'm hoping then it will kind of reduce our bus route. So bring that to there, and let me see what I can do. So a standard little bend down here. For this, it's coming all the way down like that, and then going slightly diagonal. And then bringing this all the way down to do an 11 by 11 bend to connect directly in. Here, it's all about just kind of getting it slightly arched. So I do a 10 by 13. That's fair enough. And then bringing this all the way down this way. (18 by 18). Oh, that's the perfect bend right there. So that's not too bad for a nice little kind of metro little system running all the way around. That really isn't too shabby. I mean, this stop is good for the little ferry crossover. This is the heart of the two lines crossing. This one goes further up here. It kind of picks up a few people from the blimp if they potentially go up that far. But it enables us to kind of then create the line and keep it going this way. This is for this big downtown hub area, which I just feel like there's going to be so many people wanting to use and, you know, utilize the metro line that it makes sense to have multiple within such a huge dense area, so not everyone is kind of overcrowding the one stop. And then I'll reconfigure the bus line that we've got right now to kind of improve from what we've just now pretty much set up. So stop there, stop there, stop there, and then complete the line. As simple and easy as that will be. And then we'll go from a stop here to a stop there, all the way up to there. So the workers can now really utilize that. So it's like Oil Town Corp with its revenue and profits have now really revolutionized the island. So workers can get there and be so much more efficient. So the bus line itself then, let's kind of redo this. So as of right now, it kind of comes directly out of here. So it would actually be nice if first maybe it did a stop there and then did a stop. So it's coming down to there. The stop is just here. Oh, hang on, there stops on the wrong side of the road than this one. There we go. Do a stop here, so it picks up everyone around here. Picks up everyone around here. Stops there, which is great. Comes up to there, stops there. We'll then make it do another stop just here, just for the sake of them being able to kind of pick people up from the metro line. Don't need that one. It's going around there to go to here, so we don't need that. But I will... Well, I get it back in. I just don't want them to do that little 360 loop that they just tried to do. Then that goes up to here, which now at this point, we don't need the stop there. Which then it pretty much heads all the way back. But what we'll do is we'll actually make it stop on the inside here so people can get back off again. So it's like a middle stop within the middle loop. We add a stop. Hang on, it's still going to completely throw us off again, isn't it? Just down to here. Add a stop just there to pick people up from there. Stop just there. We'll add a stop in the downtown section here before it then heads back. So it kind of gets to all the points of interest and all the little transport lines. So the bus route is pretty much kind of complementing the whole metro lines and the ferry line. It's just kind of connecting everybody up, just picking everybody up where I feel like is mostly important. But we'll see how that kind of goes as time goes on. No one could really use it, but I feel like it's going to be handy to some people. I'd rather be handy to some people than not have that routing at all. But we'll see how that goes. So these little metro lines then, there's people already waiting down here. Is this one going to be kind of busy? What about the one over here? So there's people waiting for the bus as well, which is good to see. Same for over here. So again, it's you know, it's going to be used. It's definitely going to be used. Now, do I set a bus route up here, or do I just allow them to walk? Is walking pretty much fine for them? I know they can't walk from here. They have to go like a million miles away to get to over these areas. So maybe I have to sort out some kind of pedestrianised zone. Oh, what I could do. Let's get the bike route. And hold on, I'm in tunnel mode. So I go up by 8. There we go. So that passes over there. So we all this. So we just have to go walk down to here, go straight over, and then you get the subway stop. Hopefully that's handy. Are we going to see people use it already? Are you going to use it, or are you just going to jump into the vehicle? No, you're working here. Gotcha. Now, are people able to cross on this? Yes. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it's going to be handy to some people. And we can really utilise that subway stop a bit more. You never know. You never know in this game. Right, how is the blimps going? There's a lot of people chilling like a strawberry villain over here right now. Same for over here. Interesting. How is the airport up here doing? Plane's now about to take off to San Rico. And Ortown making more money than it originally was. Amazing. Amazing right now. Things are looking up in many, many different places. They really are. So I'm hoping Oiltown is going to like their expansion that we've just done. Just nobody wants to utilize my little beautiful bridge. This person here walking. You want to go across my bridge, don't you? Oh, they're heading in the right direction. Don't jump into that car. Yes! Finally someone using your boy's bridge. See? It was worth it. It was worth it in the end if one person used it. Damn. Damn. Where's that little stop up here? 17 people used it, see? It's handy, guys. See, it's handy right now. But how many people are using this interchange? 54. There's really not that many people living in Oiltown, is there? Not even 10,000 people live here right now. Now, while we do have a little bit of residential growth, are we starting to see more people using the park? Yes, as they walk through and get to the blimp. I've got to sort out the park in here because it's not looking too good. It really isn't. But I think we should squeeze down some high density on this side of the park. Really start to up the population a little bit more on the island. And we'll just naturally see how it progresses and how it pretty much goes. But not too bad. Not too bad right now. Very good. Very good. Now, isn't there a way for us to kind of see all the regions? I forget if there was that ability. That we can have a breakdown of all the districts and regions that we currently have right now. I don't think there is, because I'd like to know, like, who's got the most. I know you can kind of do it by industries. Industry overview area. And how many workers. Is there a version like this for, like, districts? So I can view all the kingdoms? I'm not too sure. But the most amount of people work in Oil Town, then Karen's Crops, then Woodville Inc. And believe it or not, right, Oil Town's not that far behind considering, like, the sheer uninterested I've been about Oil Town. That's kind of hilarious. That really is. And when it comes to the revenue of those industries, we're making a total profit of 105,000. Damn. I think it's finally sorted out Karen's Crops as well. But 40% of our total income is coming from the industries. And the most profitable industry actually turns out to be the factories, warehouses, and unit factories. You know, obviously, because that's where the goods get technically stored. But as processing, it looks like it's Fishtown comes out on top. Which it's really surprising considering I would have thought it would have been Oil Town. But it doesn't really integrate these because you don't know riches from these warehouses and factories, oil versus like wood or, you know, crops and fish. I wish it kind of gave you a more accurate representation because I can click on it. 68,000, so it, you know, that view doesn't really make much sense. It really doesn't. So it was almost at 10,000 people living on Oil Town. We're now over that as more people start to move into these brand new buildings in the downtown region. Looking good. Does this still get many visits? Yes, it does. But yeah, next episode we'll take a look at building the unique factories and really start to ramp up our production and to make our industries more profitable. I'm really excited. So guys, I hope you did enjoy this episode. If you did, smash that like button down below. And until next time, guys, I'll see you all soon. So, goodbye.